Well, it's holiday season. First, there's American Thanksgiving, and then the December craziness starts. We've got Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, the winter solstice, and of course, New Year's Eve. I hope you're able to take some time away from work to refresh and rejuvenate and be with family and friends. I also hope you're able to manage your out-of-office status. Have you ever considered that your out-of-office email responder is an opportunity for you to communicate and reinforce your professional identity and your leadership status? Listen, I know you're really busy, especially this time of year. So here's my promise to you. In this short episode, you're going to learn some ideas that will help you easily elevate your personal brand, all while you're physically away from the office. Let's do this. Welcome to the Talk About Talk podcast. If you're a longtime listener, welcome back and thank you for listening. If you're a new listener, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Andrea Wojnicki. Please just call me Andrea. I'm an executive communication coach here at Talk About Talk, where I coach ambitious professionals like you so you can communicate with confidence and ultimately achieve your career goals. You can learn more about everything we do at Talk About Talk, including private coaching, masterclasses, and corporate workshops if you go to talkabouttalk.com. And there are plenty of free resources for you there as well. All right, let's get into this. Like I said, I know you're busy, always, but especially this time of year. And if you're like most people, you don't give a second thought to your out-of-office status. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Well, not quite. Here's the big insight. Spending a little bit of time managing your out-of-office status can go a long way in reinforcing your professional identity. Let's talk first about making some tweaks to your out-of-office email responder, and then I'm going to take you through 4 do's and don'ts about how to manage your time away. Okay, first, your email responder. This is also relevant for Slack or Teams or whatever messaging platform you use. If there's an opportunity for you to customize your message, that's what we're talking about here. Your out-of-office response can communicate so much about your leadership style. I would call this an under-leveraged communication opportunity where it's really so easy for you to reinforce your brand. This insight originally came up for me in a recent private coaching session that I had with a brilliant client. We were talking about the touchpoints that shape our professional identity. And she mentioned how she saw a very thoughtful out-of-office reply and it made her pause and think, this really says something about who they are as a leader. And you know what? She's right. An out-of-office message might seem trivial, but it can be a powerful way to reinforce your personal brand if you take advantage of the opportunity. Partly, I think, because people aren't expecting it. We kind of expect the generic email. I'm away and my response will be delayed. I'll get back to you after I return. This is a missed opportunity. So here's what I do instead. First, identify what part of your personal brand or your professional identity that you want to emphasize. Do you want to emphasize your thought leadership, your people leadership, your strategic thinking? Maybe you want a role model, boundary setting for your internal team. Or maybe you want to empower them while you're away. This first step is critical. Ask yourself, what's the one message that you want to reinforce? And then once you've identified this main theme, go into your email settings and craft your out-of-office responder accordingly. Make sure you reinforce that theme that you chose. Here are some examples. If you're an empowering leader, you might say something like, I'm out of the office, but my team's got this. If you're a strategic thinker, you might add a comment about taking time to reflect, refocus, and strategize. If you're a boundary setting leader, you could say, I'm offline, modeling boundaries and making space for the big stuff. And if you're a thought leader, you could say, in the meantime, while you're waiting for my response, here's an article or a link to a podcast episode that I think you're going to find helpful. You get the point. Just adding one sentence can have a big impact. I hope this inspires you to think more strategically about reinforcing your leadership style, or you could say your professional identity, through your out-of-office response. And now I want to follow up with a few do's and don'ts. I hope you'll consider these 4 pointers when you're writing your out-of-office email responder and as you're managing your time away. Yes, there are 4, more than just the power of 3. The first one is, do be specific about the dates that you're going to be gone and the coverage that you've set up. Share the date that you're going to return and name the person to contact with urgent needs. And here's a bonus tip. Don't be tempted to overpromise regarding when you'll be able to respond. If you're coming back on January 2nd, don't promise a response on that day. You know it's always more overwhelming when you get back than you anticipated. Am I right? So don't overpromise. Rather, underpromise and overdeliver. This isn't just about communication skills. This is life advice. Okay, my second suggestion is to be clear about coverage and be consistent. If you've identified someone who's looking after urgent things when you're away, then go and let them do their job. I know, trust me, it's tempting to jump in and help out, but imagine how this feels to the person you've designated to step in for you. They can feel frustrated. If your out-of-office responder says that you're away, but you're still actively communicating with them and managing through things, it's also confusing to everyone you work with, your team and your customers or your clients. So be clear about coverage and responsibilities and then follow through and be consistent. So now we've covered the first 2 pointers. 1, do be specific about the dates that you're gone and coverage that you've set up. And 2, be clear about the coverage and be consistent. Number 3, show some personality. You could add a joke or something that's relevant to your firm or your brand, but do be careful. Don't assume that people will get your sarcasm or your quirky sense of humor. Remember, your out-of-office response goes to everyone, including prospective clients, customers, and people that you haven't met yet. My suggestion is that you write your out-of-office responder with some personality and then ask yourself, if someone read this who didn't know me, would they be offended? Would they be confused? If yes, then edit it. Remember, sarcasm never does well in an email. Okay, now the fourth pointer. Do not overshare. Sure, a little personality is great, but the reader does not need to read your full vacation itinerary, and you don't want to come across as bragging. I'm off on my private jet to the Riviera where we're meeting some friends on their yacht. Ugh, do not do that. And also, with regards to oversharing, including your full itinerary could pose a security risk. Oh, Andrea's whole family is away and her house is empty until January 2nd. Excellent. Let's plan the heist now. No. Okay, so these are my 4 pointers for you. 1, do be specific about the dates that you'll be gone and the coverage that you've set up. 2, be clear about that coverage and be consistent. 3, show some personality. And 4, do not overshare. I hope that this brief episode has inspired you to customize your out-of-office email responder in a way that will benefit you. Here's the thing. The most effective leaders out there communicate with clarity and intention, even when they're not at their desks. Your team is watching. Your colleagues and customers do notice. This is your chance to model behavior, demonstrate credibility, and yes, show a little personality. So take a few minutes to craft something that reinforces your leadership style. Then your email response can do the work for you while you're off enjoying your time with family and friends. And speaking of family and friends, please forward this episode. It's Talk About Talk episode number 201. Share it with your family and friends who might find it helpful. And now, I hope you go off and enjoy your time away. Talk soon.